All right, we are here in South Dakota, and welcome to 20 Acre Farms. This is kind of our first real live session, and I'm really actually pretty excited about it. If it goes well, I hope to definitely make more of these lives because it just connects us more. I feel like it connects the community, and it's just right now, this is what we're doing. You're able to ask questions. You're able to get on and see, and it's just real time. I think that's so cool. So, just a really important time right now on 20 Acre Farms because so many things are changing, and we've just got so much going on, and I'm really excited to kind of allow everybody to get caught up with what we're doing. And so we have we've been doing the slip and slide thing, and I'll just kind of talk about some of those things a little bit while we kind of wait for more people to get on, wait for the community to be notified that we're live now. And so a really neat deal happened. We made this slip and slide just out of sheets of plastic, and if you saw that video yesterday, then you know all about what I'm talking about. But it turned out to be just a really fun, exciting deal. The kids just had a blast. And, it's amazing. I think a lot of people watch that and we're thinking, epic? Probably not really. Is that clickbait? What are you doing there? That's not really that epic. 2 pieces of plastic, 3 kids running. But to them, if you ask them right now, what was that slip and slide to you? They would have put it up with the biggest Six Flags theme park. They thought it was brilliant, amazing, and I think it all has to do with their interaction with building it and just how they came up with the idea. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun. What was really cool is the Nolte family. They showed us a little video that they kind of reenacted their own idea of the slip and slide, and it went really good for them. They had a ton of fun, and so it was just neat to see other people grab that idea. And I guess the idea of the video really is how fast summer is really going, and that's kind of part of this video too. Is we're going to be in fall here. We're going to be back with we homeschool here, so all of a sudden we're going to be getting ready for the homeschool year. And that takes quite a bit of time just to go over, get everything going. And I think I'm going to be the one teaching this year. Really excited about that. And just getting all the curriculum set up, everything set up so that we're setting ourselves up for success for that homeschool year ahead. And just the excitement of school starting. I think some of the projects that we are hoping to get done in the summer get put on the back burner just a little bit. And so, that was just kind of the premise of the video. Make sure that you're making the most of summer and what we're doing, and, make the most of the great weather we have now as well. South Dakota, we had a little bit of rain today. That was nice, but warm day. The kids were outside on the slip and slide again. You saw that little video I posted this morning. They did it again this morning, and they're just having a blast. What a fun time, and just great to have them outside doing that. Just because we live on the homestead and our kids are, rural kids or whatever, it does not mean that they are not prone to want to stay inside watching TV all the time, right? It's just as hard for us to get our kids out the door and doing things outside as it is probably most parents. I think that's just something that happens quite a bit. It's just that here we get them outside, and I really want them to use their imaginations, be creative with where they're at. And I guess the difference with the rural is that we don't worry about them nearly as much, and if they're in our yard, we can see them, and we just kind of don't go out there, right? We just let them do their thing, and it's just, it works out really well. We're glad that they do that. So that kind of brings us up, I guess, to now. And for those of you that are are kind of ready to get onto the channel here and get caught up. We've had a lot of new subscribers in the last 2 months, and I'm really thankful for that. All of you new subscribers. If you are relatively new to the channel within the last couple months, I think this live is really going to help you to see a little bit of the direction, a little bit of the vision that we have for 20 Acre Farms. And I hope to get that across as we look forward into the end of summer and the fall, and then just really years ahead of what we're trying to do for the place here. So big changes. We're about 8 o'clock now. So if you are now just joining the live here on 20 Acre Farms, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. We are so happy to have you, and we're thankful that you watch the videos. They're so much fun to make. Our family loves to use our YouTube videos as a way to, we really use the platform as a way to just spend time as a family and make memories as a family, and to kind of just show, like it's just amazing to look back at a year of what we've done here on 20 Acre Farms and the changes that we've made. Some of the things that we've thought we'd want to do a certain way, they've gone wrong, so we've changed the vision of that. So that kind of brings us up to big change number 1. And as people join, it's great to have you. Otherwise, you'll be watching the replay, and I think you'll get a lot out of that as well. But if you are here, it's 8 o'clock. If you are here, thank you for being here. And we're going to get right on to what this live is really all about. The whole conversation tonight is going to be on change. And the number 1 change that we're making here, the biggest change I think that we're making here, is the sheep. So I've made a lot of videos and I've had a lot of ideas about sheep. Sheep are great. We love sheep, right? They're the friendly organic mowers of 20 Acre Farms. They do a tremendous job as far as mowing. We really think that we have them in a very small area with the Premier One electric netting, and we have them mow it down. And it looks like, it looks amazing when they're done, right? But sheep do not touch the weeds. They are very, as far as the sheep herd that we have, and maybe this is just the sheep that we have, but they seem so picky. And they're eating just the grass, just the alfalfa, and those are the things that's fine. But what we're noticing is really what we want to get a hold of here on 20 Acre Farms is the weed problem. And we have wormwood, we have thistle, something fierce, that Canadian thistle, we have pigweed. We just have a lot of those kind of things that I think we could really get control of if we take everything that we're doing with the sheep, because that's working so well, how we're moving them around with the Premier One electric netting. If you don't know what I'm talking about there, this is just a rotational grazing on a very small scale, right? This is using small little paddocks, putting them in there, making them stay on that piece, making them basically eat what's there while they're there, and then moving them when you feel like that time has come. Or in our case, what happens is they're just not eating what's there. It's like, are you just going to starve? Why are you not eating what we need you to eat here? And I end up just moving them along, and I don't leave them because I feel like they got to keep gaining and growing as well, right, to be a part of the program. And so they're not as effective as I was hoping. And we had huge hopes for the sheep because we wanted to really start building a herd. And Bethany and I both have just come to the conclusion that sheep are not the most efficient for what we're trying to do here. So what's the alternative to the sheep? Goats. And we are really excited now. We found a lady that's willing to sell us a couple goats. We're going to get 2 female goats, 1 male goat, and we're going to go ahead and breed them this fall, have kids coming up in the spring, and we're really excited about that. They're going to be milking goats. We've had goats here before, and they were great to milk. They're so much easier to milk than a cow that, we could actually trust the kids to do it with us. I mean, we have the kids milk a cow with us, but it's always in the back of my mind, like, I can't really completely trust this animal. This cow is so big. And so I just love the idea of milking a goat, a smaller animal. So that's one big plus with the goats. They're a lot smaller. The kids can really help out. We already know that we enjoy goat milk. A lot of people are going, gross, goat milk is nasty. Well, I think it's a lot of what they eat. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful with that, because I said previous why we want the goats. We want them to eat all the weeds. So if they're eating all the weeds, is that milk going to take on that taste? Well, if they're eating wormwood and some of those, absolutely it will be disgusting. So I think we're going to have to split it up a little bit. How many do we really want to milk? And then how many do we really want to graze, to browse, to take care of the weed control? And so what we might end up doing, what I'm thinking is the plan is we'll keep maybe 2 milking goats behind always. We'll keep them on alfalfa bale and close to the barn, because that's where we're going to milk them, keep them close. So it's easy to do. And we'll bring them in, we'll milk them. Probably we will milk our goats twice a day. The cow, on the other hand, the Jersey cow, we're milking once in the morning, getting more than enough that we'd ever drink in that day. And she's still actually nursing 2 calves on her. So getting rid of the sheep, buying goats, we're buying 3, 2 females and a male. The male is not related, so that we can use that male as a breeding goat, but they're all from the same place. And what we found is that we want to do that really as much as possible, so that kind of a closed circuit, right? So we're not bringing in all these diseases and things that we're not sure of. And we just went through some crazy stuff with our other goats, ended up just selling them mainly out of fear of we weren't sure where they were at health-wise. So we don't want to visit that again. And I did make a video on those goats quite a while ago. If you want to check that out, please do. We love to have goats here on the property. It makes so much sense. And more than anything, it makes sense for that weed control. And I'm going to hit up where last year I show us bringing the goats and their kids in. We had 2 female goats, and I think they each had twins. So we had 6 total goats come in. They decimated. I mean, they took out the wormwood population. There is not a single weed in that tree grove left this year. I should make a video on that, because that was just the ultimate proof and the aha moment, right? Like, wow, why are we not doing this all around our property because we're not spraying, and we just we really want to get rid of the weeds. So it just makes so much more sense for us to run goats here. They're going to work so much better. They're going to be so much more effective as what they eat, and as what eventually and ultimately how we want to be here on our land. So that's the goats. That means the sheep are gone. We're going to sell all of them. And we're actually going to do that this coming Tuesday. We're going to get rid of all of the sheep, all the lambs, and then our 4 ewes will be gone at that time. Kind of a sad day. But it won't be a sad day, because we'll be selling those off. And then we'll be heading over to get the goats and 2 more piglets. We're really excited about those piglets, because pigs have been a tremendous asset here as well. They've really stretched us the last little while with those piglets being out. So that's a huge deal too. And it's kind of something that I think sometimes it looks like we've made a little bit light of, but in the back of my mind, it's really itching on how to get those guys trapped, how to keep them out of cornfields nearby, how we don't need wild hogs running around this place. The great thing is we know that they're doing really well, and that's so good to see that. We came into our yard this afternoon, did a little grocery shop trip, came back to our yard. Both pigs were were actually in the little swimming pool area that we have. So they're every single day now, every single day, they've been in our yard that we've seen at least one time. Yesterday and the day before were kind of exceptional days. We saw them throughout the day, all day. So I'm still just really confident that we can get them kind of trapped into the pool area, and then kind of somehow sneak out there. They're super quick. My goodness, those little guys are quick. Close the gate on them, and then we got them. Won't make the same mistake twice when we bring those other piglets home. We've got a great place set up for them. Those are gonna be more of a heritage pig. They're a mulefoot cross, and so I'm not sure what all is gonna come out of that, but we're excited, really excited to get them. So that means 4 pigs for the year. And we're planning on selling probably 2 of them, and just butchering one of them. So anyways, that's the pig deal. We're glad. Pigs are always great to have. We just love them. It's just that we had a little hiccup this year, right? So they're great. That is kind of the big, huge changes coming up for this next week. Is we're getting rid of those sheep Tuesday, but on Tuesday we're picking up the 3 goats, the 2 piglets, and the kids are excited. I think like on a homestead, our kids do tend to have a little bit of a hard time with animals coming in, animals going out, and that's continually happening, right? Because we have processing of animals here. We do process animals, and then we have animals that are really pets, and then there's animals like chickens that they stick around for a really long time. The ones that the laying hens, they stick around a really long time, and the kids kind of like get to know the ones that they like. And then chickens sometimes get into situations where they die. I mean, something happens, and so those times are really sad. Or, mom and dad make the decision that the sheep need to go. We need to go a different direction. So sometimes we have to explain those things to the kids. And I think that that's fine. That's something really good for them to learn, that, the come and the go. The come and the go. So those are the big changes coming up. The excitement really is in the air. We cannot wait to get these pigs. Another thing that I have kind of thought of is, in my mind, there is a little bit of a question of, will these piglets coming in bring any attention for the piglets that are already here? Like, will they try to, will it bring them in even more? I think it has the potential to, and that's what the idea with the call, when we tried to call them in, and I put it through the loudspeakers of the pickup, and we tried to call them in. That was kind of the idea. They're like, hey, there's pigs here. Come into the area. So I don't know if that's going to be a help or hindrance or not, but we're really excited to get those pigs on the place. Now, these pigs that are coming are the same 2 pigs. I'm not sure if they're the same family heritage line, but they're close. They actually very well might be, but they're the same pigs that we had last year, and we did not have any problem at all. And they got out of their area more than once because we were just so new at it, and it was, how do you move these guys around effectively? And we had the big metal paneling that I've showed. So how do you move them around without them getting out? Well, we've got a lot better way of doing it now than what we did last year, and so those mulefoot cross that we had last year, which are the same we're getting on Tuesday, were like really nice, and they just really became very they were like, you could go up and scratch them. The kids always scratched them, and they just love that. So they tamed down so well. So I'm thinking the other piglets would do the same if we got them, in their pen, and we're around them all the time, like we always were around those pigs. But here on 20 Acre Farms, we just love pigs. They're just awesome. So loving that, and can't wait to see how this decision with going with the goats instead of the sheep. Another thing that did actually kind of play into that decision was the fact that we just got done haying, and Bethany's dad makes all the round bales for us, and really appreciative of that. But a lot of the bales around here that were made have quite a bit of wormwood in them, and so we were just realizing, like, we've just got to control some of this weed, the wormwood and the pigweed, and just the stuff coming in. Otherwise, it's just going to take over. We've got to get that under control. So not only is it out there to graze, but it's going to be in the bales. And if we don't have the goats to go ahead and eat that out of the bales, it's just going to be left behind as waste anyways, which is what happens. The sheep eat right around it, and they won't touch it. So that's another reason why utilize the whole bale, and it works so much better with goats. I think that for this live, that's really all I have, because that is the big changes that are here, the big things that we're super excited about. I don't want to take all your time tonight. Thank you for all of those that stopped by and watched, and if you're watching the replay, be looking out this next week. Huge, just a lot of videos coming out that I'm really excited about, as far as the new critters coming on the place, and it's just going to be a really fun time. And those are some of the memories as well that kind of make up our summer. So thanks for watching, and keep watching the videos. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you do if you want to keep up with the pig saga going on, as well as just all the new videos, all the new critters coming on the place, and the big changes coming up ahead. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful, wonderful night.